next storyteller in the semifinals, Mr. Michael Shoney!
Thank you guys so much for having me. What you're feeling right now is a hormone. It's called adrenaline. Adrenaline is this fun thing where it raises your heart rate. Maybe you schwitz a little. and it opens your capillaries and your pupils a little bit. And it's a survival tactic that lets us run from the bad bears. Because you ate the porridge, remember that story? I'm going to tell you a story right now, a short story. It's a story about you guys. It's a story about humanity. I'm going to save my secret weapon, which is my story, for the next time I talk. But now I want to talk about you guys. As someone who has struggled his whole life with high-functioning autism, I pick something that I obsess over. I have ADHD OCD. I just constantly change what I obsess over. So when I was 12, I picked up a book called Physiological Psychology, because that's what you do when you're 12. And your brain works funny. And I looked at these different hormones. You know, there's hormones, there's neurotransmitters, there's enzymes, there's different things in your body that do different things, right? Do you know the difference between an enzyme and a hormone? You can't hear an enzyme. Cortisol is the stress hormone. Cortisol is that thing. It's your adrenal glands and they pump. It's when you're driving in traffic and the traffic is terrible. And you get stressed. You can feel it. You can feel the shaking. Your body actually takes the blood from your limbs into your core, shuts off the digestive system, shuts off the reproductive system, and puts you in fight, flight, or freeze mode. And everybody has a different thing. I have vasovagal syncope, which means I pass out. Really? Oh, a shark. I'm going to make it easy for you, buddy. Dopamine. You laughed a little bit, didn't you, today? Dopamine is this happy thing. It's more of a neurotransmitter that helps you think. It helps your memory. If I can make you laugh, it actually puts your memory on where you're going to remember me a little bit more. You know, remember what I'm saying a little bit more. If you can make someone laugh, you grab their attention. When they laugh, it floods the body with oxygen. In Colorado, you need laughter. You're welcome. There's different hormones and different chemicals, but to explain humans, I'm going to explain grasshoppers. You ready for this?
Yes.
Any other nerds in the room? Not all grasshoppers are locusts, but all locusts are grasshoppers. You guys already know this. What? I'm out of here. There is something that happens in a grasshopper when it's pre-locust, and it's by itself. It's in its solitude. Right? It's in a state of loneliness. How easy is it to catch a grasshopper? You're kind of bouncing around, and you go and you can grab one. If you're like me, you'll roast it. I know, got you there. Sorry about that. Maybe a little bit of cortisol. Sorry about that. But they're by themselves. They're just living their life, hopping. And the chemical you're feeling now in your body is serotonin. Serotonin is because of my gentle voice and my gentle delivery. You're calm. And your heart rate is going down. And your body's actually healing itself of different ailments. It's going back to ease instead of dis-ease. And if you have enough serotonin, your pineal gland in the center of your brain is going to start releasing a little bit of melatonin. Another hormone. I call it the yawn hormone. I know when I have a high level of melatonin, when I start yawning. I'm not going to do it because you're going to do it. But there's something that happens to a grasshopper. When they get around other grasshoppers, they literally start rubbing legs. You know, we have this thing, rubbing elbows. They will rub legs, and they will start to get something called gregarious. And their serotonin levels raise, and they become 6 times the size, and they eat more, and they produce more, and they lay more eggs, and their children become locusts that can talk to each other and can swarm in biblical events. Locusts are no longer solitary creatures. You know, a grasshopper always has wings, did you know that? But it's not until it's a locust when it knows how to use them. I'm going to end with this. Serotonin is this thing that we humans get when we eat red meat. But it's this thing we get in community. That's my point here. Community. Some people, especially entrepreneurs, would say, we're going to be the lone wolf. You know, a wolf is a pack animal. The lone wolf gets eaten. But locusts, with that heightened level of serotonin, can become gregarious. We can shift the wind. We can go and change the landscape, change history forever, if we choose